I want to talk about going all the way. And what I mean by that is giving everything, even if you're not sure it'll pay off. And the thing that I did today that has me thinking about that is I I taught the kids class, or helped teach the kids classes at the Jiu-Jitsu school. I really just assisted the main teacher was somebody else. I was there just helping out, but did that. The instructor was out, so he asked a few of us to help out. So we did that for an hour and a half during the time when I would normally be running, training for the Chicago Marathon. So at 6 o'clock, I left there instead of staying and doing jiu-jitsu like I normally would. Went home and did my run, which was actually a blessing because today was very hot, and by 6:45 when I went running, it had cooled off enough to make it survivable. So I went and did a 7-mile run, got back. It was about 8:25, and wanted to see if I could make it to jiu-jitsu to get a couple of sparring sessions in. And I knew that the chances were slim because usually everybody's done by about 8:30. But sometimes people stay till 8:45 or even 9. So without knowing whether there was going to be anybody there or not, I quickly showered, threw on my jiu-jitsu stuff, and it was a no-gi class today, so it was relatively less stuff, and zoomed down to the school. On my way in, I saw one of the guys coming out. I said, "Hey, is there anybody left up there?" He said, "No, they're pretty much done." And I still continued on, parked my car, went upstairs, and sure enough, they were done, but there were 4 guys there just kind of hanging out, shooting the breeze. I talked to them for a few minutes. We all went home, and that was it. And then I drove home, and here I am. And some people might say, "Well, Max, that was kind of a waste of time." But it actually made me feel more alive to do that, because the alternative would have been deciding ahead of time that I was too late and that I wasn't going to make it. And so why even bother? And when I thought of doing that, it kind of made me feel dead inside. And even though I didn't get to train, I still put in the effort. I did everything I could to try to train. And, if it had been one of those nights where people stayed a little late, then I would have been able to. It just didn't work out that way. But I still get credit for the effort in my own eyes and in God's eyes, or the eyes of the universe, or whatever you want to call it. I still did something I didn't have to do to put in all the effort. I didn't pull my punch. I didn't leave anything on the table. I gave it all. And that feeling makes me feel alive, regardless what the result is. Giving that level of effort, despite inconvenience, going out of my way, makes me feel alive. I spent a long time not going out of my way. I spent a long time feeling dead or slowly dying. And we're all dying, let's face it. We're all basically dead already. We're just living on borrowed time. So we may as well give it all, because there is nothing to lose and only heaven to gain.